Hi, I'm Ken Beale, and if you'll give me just 4 minutes, I'm going to share a big secret with you. You see, I'm a film producer, and when I'm in development on a project, that phase where we're trying to secure funding and distribution for a movie, I often find myself at film markets and in pitch meetings where I've got a very short window of time. I've had as little as 5 minutes to pitch a project to potential investors. So I've got 5 minutes to not only share the creative idea, the story, but also to make the business case for how that investor is to ever see a return on his investment. My goal in that meeting is to always get a second meeting. So one of the challenges for me is to actually present my pitch exactly as planned, without notes, without going off script, and without overshooting my time frame. You might say, well, just memorize it. But I have found memorization to be very difficult. Even when I was a kid, memorizing anything was not easy. Add to that the pressure of performing it on cue. I'm a producer, not an actor. And I have enormous respect for actors who can do that on cue, take after take, and keep it fresh and real and engaging. They are pros at what they do, but that's not me. So a performer friend told me about a secret, and it actually works. He told me about the secret prompter. It's an ear prompter that reads my lines to me exactly as I've rehearsed them ahead of time, with all the right inflection and emotion and timing, and it reads it to me right in my ear, and all I have to do is repeat what's in my ear, and it works. Not only that, if I know I've only got 5 minutes, I can time my pitch to exactly the time I need to hit, and hit it perfectly. If I want to hit 4 minutes and 58 seconds, every time, I can do it, every time. Now, I will admit I was skeptical at first. Won't I be robotic and stiff like I'm reading cue cards? Well, no, because in my ear, I'm hearing the same excitement and enthusiasm that I just need to repeat, all at exactly the right pace, no nervously rushing through things. I also thought, well, what if my audience stops me and asks me a question right in the middle of my pitch? And I've secretly got this recording going in on my ear, and I get all discombobulated and, oh dear, that's a train wreck. But in reality, they've actually thought this stuff through. If I'm interrupted, I can actually pause the recording in my ear, take the question from the audience, answer it, and have this whole offline conversation. Then I can just come back and pick up the recording right where I left off, finish my presentation, and the audience is none the wiser that I have this thing in my ear and I've paused it and restarted it without their ever knowing. It's very discreet. I do want to say too that the customer service on this has been pretty phenomenal. When I first got it and first started using it, I actually had trouble hearing it loud enough in my ear. I just couldn't get enough volume out of it to hear it over myself talking. And that wasn't working. So I called them. No, actually, I didn't call them. They called me just to check in with me and see how things were going. Wanted to be sure I had everything I needed. How's your experience with it? So I told them about the whole volume thing. They talked me through it, told me exactly what I needed to do to correct it, and boom, I could hear it loud and clear. I suppose I could have found all of that in the instruction manual, but I hadn't looked at it yet. So there's that. Anyway, I'm loving this thing. If you often find yourself needing to deliver a speech or a sales presentation or whatever, I know some actors use it. I won't tell you who, but they're out there. There are actually some A-listers who still need help with their lines. I'll tell you, the secret prompter is the best answer I know. Try it out, but don't tell anyone.